Hi, my name is Nelson. I am your water consultant. Welcome to the YouTube channel. I want to wish you a happy new year. The year is still new. I was not able to come online in the month of January, and that is why I'm using this time in February 1st to wish you a happy new year. Of course, I always want you to prosper. If I don't want you to prosper, to break even, and to stay in business, in your water business, I won't have bringing this video to you. Sometimes you might feel I want to make money. It's not money. I have this burning desire when I see factories suffer, when I see water business suffering, and when I see water factory folding up, it pains me a lot because I know what they spend. I know what it costs to buy machines. I know what it costs to buy vehicle. I know what it costs to build a building according to NAFDAC and standard organization specifications. So it pains me a lot, and these are the motivations that makes me to be bringing this and many other videos to you, so that the mistake others have made, you wouldn't make it. And eventually, if you're making the business, it's a place, it's an avenue for you to make a new leaf and then turn things around, and you will see everything will begin to work again. Thank you so much. Please subscribe if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that when I make more video that relates to your business, you'll be automatically notified. And why not share with your contact? Share with your brothers, share with someone that you know is into water factory business, or someone that have interest in water factory business. It's better he knows this before venturing into it, so that he'll be prepared. I have a boss. He said before he started the business, he has been watching some of my videos and other videos. So it was an easy going for him as soon as he started the business, because he understands what he is going to meet in the business. Let me not take too much of your time again. Let's go straight to what we have today. Today we'll be looking at cost of distribution. Cost of distribution. You will agree with me that when we're talking about cost of distribution, we are talking about distribution expenses. You succeeded in calculating the cost of production, which I did in my previous video, and I gave you some tips on how you could reduce the cost of production. But today I'm going to give you certain tips on how to identify some loopholes where your distribution cost is becoming high, and how you should tackle it, or how you can avoid high expenses of distribution, both in the sachet distribution and the bottling distribution. Okay, let's go into the main business. Now, you know that after you finish your production, your sachet water is produced, as many bags as possible. Could be 1,000, could be 2,000, depending on the capacity of your factory. And then your bottled water too is produced based on pack size, probably 50 cl, 75 cl, 35 cl, and even your dispenser. Then the next thing is, you can't just leave it in your finished drink. This product, sachet or bottle, has to go to the final consumers. And how is it possible? The consumers will not come to you. Gone are the days in Nigeria when people will bring their vehicle to the factory to load your water and take it to their shop. These days, the free fall of the naira has made things very difficult. And because things are becoming difficult in the country where you are, I don't want to mention any country, you should also learn that you need to cut certain things down. You need to cut the cost of distribution. You need to reduce the expenses involved during distribution. Otherwise, you will no longer be in this business. And you know what they will say? They will say, this man this MD, this manager, whoever is in charge of the factory, doesn't know how to manage a factory. But just understand these tips so that you can be able to manage when issues arise that we make you or we tempt you to have a high cost of distribution. Now you have your vehicle, your keke, some use wheelbarrow, whatever means you're using to take this water out to those people. Remember that you need to have a paper which you've made available. You need to service it, which you've serviced it as a owner of company, as a super or as an MD or as a manager. You've done what you need to do, and your vehicles are set, are roadworthy. You've done all the papers from the road safety, from the VIO, everything is intact. But your rectangular and whatever, your triangular and whatever, they are all intact. Your final distribution are intact in the vehicle. Then, what are the things you need to watch out for so that you can reduce the cost of distribution? I have some few things on the board, some few tips I'm going to give you. Number one of it is, before you buy any vehicle, please ask questions. Which of the vehicle is fuel economical? Which of the vehicle is diesel economical? That is what you need to buy. Don't buy a vehicle that your driver will tell you that it's consuming fuel, it's consuming this, it's consuming that. No, please look for a vehicle that is fuel economical in this business, especially your vehicle that will be conveying not only the bottled water. The bottled water will cover a bit longer distance. You can just imagine if you don't have injector or your carburetor is not properly okay, consumption will be very, very high. So the option is either you have an injector or a normal carburetor inside your vehicle. Ask questions. Ask your mechanics. Ask your carburetor engineer that which of the vehicle is best for fuel consumption that is good for this business. Otherwise, you will end up selling that vehicle in no distant time, and the value of selling it will drop very drastically, and it will be a great loss to you. Number two, driver's movement record. I've done justice to driver's movement record in my other video, where I told you the importance of having a record, a book in the factory where as the drivers are moving out with the water, it has been captured. When you fail to have a driver movement record book, then you are bound to have a great loss in your distribution chain, because already those that have done the production, they've taken their production record. We've produced 3,000 pack of 75 CL. So if you don't have a driver movement book where driver A went out with 200 and it was captured, driver B too went out with so quantity, it was captured. But if you don't have, some driver will go out with 200, but on returning back they'll tell you that it was 150 they took. So we go with more than 200 and they'll tell you that the capacity of my vehicle can carry only 200, but already they have extra 50 inside the vehicle because they know how to maneuver and arrange. So please have a driver movement record in your factory so that it will be entered, and give an honest person to monitor it. Give an honest person to monitor. Caution your security that for no reason should any vehicle leave the factory without entering it into the driver's record. And if possible, you can double it. Let the security to have its own records too. Doing that, you are cutting down the cost of distribution. Remember, after production, any other cost incurred is actually considered as what? As cost of distributing that water. Then the next one, number 3, you should understand that for the sachets, you're going out with 114, 108, 110, or wherever, as long as it's less than 120. The vehicle that is full economical shouldn't take more than 1,500 for a trip of 100. For a trip of 100, I don't suggest any vehicle, but make inquiry. Let me use an instance. You have an iJet. with an injector carburetor, you will discover that 1.5 is even much for it to take 100 bags of sachet water out. And you have a good vehicle that has to move with 200 packs of bottled water out. It shouldn't take more than 10,000. Not more than, it could be less, it could be 7,000, it could be 8,000. The truth about it is that bottled water, you don't just leave and say, I want to be entering the market, to be dropping, I'll drop one to a customer, I'll drop two, I'll drop 10. No, that is not bottled water business. Bottled water business is that your marketer stays in the factory, and then when he receives a call, okay, I'm going towards this direction, I'm going towards the north side of wherever you live, and it will take me 5,000 fuel, because I have concentrated customers that need my water, and I'm sure that this 200, I'm not bringing it back. You can just imagine a marketer takes 200 pack from the factory and is returning 100. It's in this present economic of your country, the free flow of your currency to dollar, and you're taking out water, bringing it back. Please do not allow your marketers to go out with your bottled water without being sure that he will not return it back. And it has to be one direction. You cannot go to the north, and after you leave the north side of your vicinity, you say you're going towards south. No, it's not supposed to be that way. Use the north route, finish with all your customer that can buy 200 or more or 500, and then you come back to the factory empty. Tomorrow you go towards the north, and then do the same thing, but ensure that you call your customer and be sure you're not returning back any of the water. With that, you will cut down the cost of buying diesel or the cost of buying fuel inside your vehicle. Then the next one, the kind of mechanic you use in attending to a vehicle is very, very important. From experience, I can't share the story, the experience, encounters I have with mechanic, but the truth about it is that if you are not careful, they will keep repairing one thing for several days. If you're not careful, yeah, let me tell you of one funny mechanic I had those days. He was working on the engine. Something happened, so it was not a total overhauling. And then while he was working on A, he knew that B needed attention, but he worked on A. And then 2 days after, the vehicle break down. On reaching to him, he said he knows that it will happen, that he saw B had a fault, but because I did not tell him to attend to the B, it was only he faced the A and did it. You can see how funny this mechanic are. It's like, okay, I'm sending you to go and come back, and at the end of the day, you keep paying them workmanship. Can you see your cost of distribution is increasing? Your electrician. The funny part of one electrician, let me tell you, this is that one of our hijet, and we bought battery, and the battery was not up to 5 months. So while it happens out there, the driver now called me, and through the mechanic, the electrician uses the driver's phone to call me, and he said, sir, we need to change the battery. I told him that if you touch the battery, no, he said he would change the battery because the battery is far, that we should need to get a new battery, that right now I want to take it to his workshop and see if he can change it, whereas he will look for another one for us to use. I told him he should not move with that vehicle. If he doesn't know what to do, I will bring someone to tow the vehicle down. It was later on and now called, okay, it was not the battery, blah blah blah. That was how up till now the hijet battery is still working. You can see, if I wasn't wise enough, you will discover that I would have gone to buy another battery. And this same electrician will tell you that, okay, I can sell the battery for you. Or if I'm going to buy the battery for you, when I reach there, we will swap the battery. They don't swap. They actually sell it in a higher price and then buy your own battery for you, making huge amount of money from you. The economic situation in your country demands that you should be more wiser than whoever that is taking care of your vehicle, either the mechanic, the electrician, the carburetor. If you are not, they will drive you out of your water business. Then the next one, no debt from consumers. No debts. What the driver does now is this, and I will not blame the driver. If your driver is owing a debt of 10,000, let me use a minimum of 10,000. Because when you go to some factories that I went to audit, I discovered that a driver within a week is owing 100 plus. And the same company, at the end of the week, they will pay the driver commission. A driver is owing you money, and you're paying them commission. For what? Who is losing? You're not supposed to even pay him commission. You're not even, in the first instance, allow that debt to add up to 100, up to 20,000. In fact, give your drivers instruction that while you are going to buy the material, either your preform, your cap, your printed nylon, your shrink wrapper, or anything, the material used for production, tell them that they don't give you on credit. And in the country I am these days, Nigeria, no vendors gives you credit. You have to pay. Because if a vendor gives you credit, by today, if he's giving you credit of 300,000 by today, tomorrow the price will increase. So they don't give you, they'll say cash and carry. So why will you allow your driver to be selling your water that you not buy on credit to your customers on credit? And you know, most funniest part is that this, let me tell you, as an MD, as a manager, or as a super owner of company, do not allow yourself to come in contact with your customers. If you need to know them from afar. When they are trying to discuss about business with you, push them to your manager, and then give your manager instruction that do not give credit to anybody. Some owners of factory, as out of goodwill, out of passion, I don't know how to explain it, but I don't look at it as passion, I don't look at it as goodwill. You're in business, you want to do business, face that business and do it properly. A customer will call you and say, I need credit. Are you the one that is taking the water out there? You're not the one. Are you the driver? No. Let the driver, and some drivers are very cunning. They will carry your number and give to the customer and say, customer, that is my MD, that is my manager, call him. He will give you credit. And they will call you and say, hello sir, please, I want to collect water from your driver. Your driver say no, and I don't have money. Please talk to him to give me the money on credit. Hey, that your customer is about to stop the business and he's looking for money to move his family to the village. And as soon as you give it to them, tomorrow when they come, they'll not see him. The driver will say, sir, you're the one that asked me to give him or to give her. The customer you've never met in your eye. You don't even know the location. You don't know where the shop, where the code room is. You are giving your marketer, your driver, an instruction to give them credit. On what ground? Because you want to sell. Because you want more returns. And at the end of the day, some of this your driver, they are not actually your customers. It's one of his friends. He will just give him a phone and say, please come out. He will permit me to give you credit. And at the end of the day, that credit will never come again. And it will be written on your name, Oga. When he goes to your cashier and wants to pay the money, say, Oga, sir, I should give him. And the most funniest part is that you don't check the record. To now ask that, this money has been hanged, you've not collected the money. And before you know, your cashier, the fear Oga, it is boss that instructed him to give the credit. And because of that, the money will be there being buried. When I went to a factory, that was how I now discovered that even boss too was permitting his driver to give credit. And I calculated the money on that was tagged to him. He saw it was big, 500 and something. He shouted, how manage? All the driver were explaining, sir, so time you say we should, so time, and they were giving cooking stories, giving excuses. But the truth of the matter is that the drivers have eaten the money, and there is nothing the owner can do about it because he gave his consent to those credit. So please do not tie yourself to any debt, and do not allow your driver to give credit to anybody. If you must remain in this business, it is time for you and whoever that owns water factory to be serious with his business. Otherwise, he will run out of capital, he will run out of money to continue with the business. That same customer that you give credit will be the first to announce you in the market and say that man is not serious. He doesn't have a good manager. The man is not ready to do business and he has ventured into it. Do not allow yourself to be used. So no debts. No debt. Tell your drivers they shouldn't give debt to customers. The next tips I want you to know is that if you are giving to bulk buyer, the bulk buyer either your cold room or your major distributors, people that buy maybe 100 bag at the spot, 200 bag, 300 bag, 500 bags, or the same with packs, bottle, and they are your major distributors. Well, the price might not be the same with those who are buying 10, those who are buying 20, those who are buying 50. Know those persons. Let me tell you what this marketers does. They know that if they should take a 1 kilometer, the 200 pack of water they carried will finish, because they already have customer to supply. Now this same person will say that also distributor needs water. Maybe you're selling your pack of 75 cl at 1,100, or you're selling your sachet water at 200, and because he's going with 200 bags now, please, okay, give it to them at 1,000 for a pack of 75 cl. Give a sachet water to them at the rate of 150. And then this guy with his driver will be moving and they'll be selling it one after the other. If his sachet is selling 200 until he finish the sachet. If it is bottle, he's dropping 10 or whatever, 20 at the rate of 1,100. But when he comes back to the factory, he will return back the money for bulk buying, the money for distributors. That is why you need to have a constant communication with them. I don't mean that you should call them in the morning and say, how are you? No. Create a platform. Have a WhatsApp platform where you have all your distributors. They should post their orders in the platform. And then when you see the order, inform your drivers. Take so quantity to so person. He needs water. Whoever did not post on the platform doesn't need water. You might say that the person do not have a big phone, an Android phone for WhatsApp. Let them call so decks that we need water. They should be aware, and if possible, let someone follow the driver or the marketer to ensure the vehicle can carry more than more than a passenger in the front. So a marketer is there and another person you're sending. They should go and drop the quantity in one place and they will return. And again, if they are actually given to a distributor or a cold room, it has a specific time, not more than 45 minutes, highest 1 hour. They should be back to the factory. With that, you will reduce the cost of distributing to cold room, major distributor, or to bulk buyers. Then let's go to the next one. Frequent patching and breaking of spring shouldn't be tolerated. Your drivers always come and you see expenses, patching of tire. Tomorrow, patching of tire. It's no longer gauging the air in the tire now, but patching. Because to patch a tire now is 500. The patch yesterday, today, when you ask them, they say hey, it's the front tire. Next tomorrow they patch, you ask them is the middle tire, and they keep saying it that way. Now you ask yourself, question is that where is this my driver going to? That is always speaking a new. Where? The road is good, and it now becoming a deliberate act, and they are using it now to enrich their pocket. And my advice is, when the patching becomes frequent, they should pay for it. They should pay for it, because you're not sending them to pick nails. You're not sending them to take your water to places that they will pick nails. Where they're passing through where there are dustbin, or where weathers are working, or where furniture man is working, that they will be picking nails. Of course not. So please monitor it. And sometimes, the funniest part is this: maybe your vehicle has the tires have 4 spring or 3 spring. The driver has broke one of the spring probably 3 days ago. He did not inform you that the number 1 spring has broken, and then he keep moving until number 2, number 3 break. Who will be held responsible for it? Let the driver pay for number 2 and number 3 spring that broke, because all of them cannot break at the same time. So you need to caution the driver that as soon as they see sign, they should inform you. And when things become frequently, they should pay. That means there is something wrong. That means they are not doing what is needful. Always orient them. Call them together. Caution them. They need to be careful so that the company will not fold up. Very, very important. The next tip is a licensed driver. Don't say that you're desperate to have a driver, and because of that, every thick and airy, Every person that come, whether you understand driving or not, you give him your vehicle. Your vehicle that you spend, it has paper, it has all the union paper, it's road worthy, and you're giving it to someone that is a learner, someone that is not skilled in driving, someone that never have a license. What do you expect? One, the VIOs on the road, the road safety on the road, we arrest the vehicle severally, and when they arrest the vehicle, you know what they say? The arrest might be because it's not he doesn't have a driving license, but he will tell you that because they say that I don't have a razor in my vehicle, he will look for something that is missing. And they always say, if road safety catch you, they must have one reason or the other. And some driver has a seat belt they will not use. And then when they arrest them, they will turn it to another side. And then you now start negotiating with the road safety, you now start negotiating with the VIO, and the VIO will say, okay, pay 10,000. If you're not paying, we're going to do, we are taking you to our office, and you pay more. And then you will just ask him, okay, give the person 10,000. Sometimes this driver will connive with their friends and say, come out, guy, you're a VIO officer, you're this, you're that, and that. And you cannot send someone to go to the road and confirm if truly it happens. Sometimes do that to be sure that yes, these boys are not actually looking for a way to get money from you. It is very important. Get a licensed person. Train him on how to. You always remind them. Don't say he knows what he doesn't know what to do. They should always check their vehicle. There is oil, the oil is properly gauged, there is water in the radiator. The vehicle should always be washed. If it's licensed, he will do that because he understands that if he doesn't do that, the vehicle will break down. They should understand that if the vehicle takes them out today, the same vehicle should be able to take them out tomorrow. Otherwise, their commission will have issue. They might not have a good commission, but because they are getting money from outside, lying to you, from fuel, from mechanics. Some of them will even liaise with mechanic. Mechanic will collect workmanship. They will collect 2% or 5% of mechanic workmanship. Oh, it is so pathetic when you understand what happens at the distribution chain. So always talk to them and keep your eye fixed in your business. Then the next one is, which is the final tip I'm going to tell you because of the time now. Please sell your water in good price. Don't say because Mr. A is selling at a lower price, and after you've done your cost of production, and then you have anticipated the cost of distribution, and then you're selling at a lower price, where at the end of the day, you will not get the money you've imputed to buy another material, either to buy your printed nylon, or to buy your preform, or to buy your cap, to buy your shape, or to buy your packing bag. Please, look for a comfortable price that you will not run out of business and sell. And tell you're not competing with anybody. The market is very large. It can accommodate you. Like I told you in my previous video, is that just ensure that your quality is okay, is top notch. My friend, they will look for you. Even when your water is not in the market, they will look for you because of that quality. So fix a good price. If you are told by your association like the ATWAB of Sachet water is that say your water at 200, say your water at 250, say your water at 300, please do. And if ATWAB is not asking you to do that, do based on your calculation of cost of production and cost of distribution. Fix a price for yourself. Thank God, some of you, you're actually in a building that you build yourself. So why are you in a hurry? Why are you in a hurry? The more you push, your vehicle break down and other things again. Before you know, please fix a good price for your sachet water, fix a good price for your bottled water, so that you can remain in business. Thank you so much for listening to this very important subject, the cost of distribution expenses. I'll bring more video on your way as you keep staying with my channel. I promised you I'll be with you in this business. Thank you so much. Please subscribe if you have not done that. Like this video, share, comment, and we will do this video together. And at the end of the day, it's a win for you and it's a win for me. Thank you so much for watching.